Strawberry season is on now, so let's make something beautiful. This Pistachio Financier with vanilla cream and fresh strawberries is delicious.
In this video I'll show you how to make a beautiful vanilla whipped ganache, how to bake a Pistachio Financier, and how to turn the leftover into a decoration, a crunchy pistachio crumble, how to prepare fresh strawberries properly, and finally, how to assemble a fantastic cake that will impress everyone. So let's start with the whipped ganache. Pour the cream into a saucepan and add 2 vanilla beans. Gently heat the cream and let the vanilla infuse. Cover it with plastic wrap. Meanwhile, prepare the white chocolate. Add a pinch of salt and melt the chocolate over hot water. The process is simple. Heat the water, place the bowl on top and let the chocolate melt slowly. Once the vanilla has infused into the cream, remove the vanilla bean and let the cream cool below 50 degrees Celsius. Now we'll start building the elastic core of our whipped ganache. Add a small amount of cream to the melted chocolate and mix it with a silicone spatula until you create a smooth and shiny center. Keep adding the cream little by little until all the cream is incorporated and you have the base of your whipped ganache. Finish the emulsion with an emulsion blender and blend everything until perfectly smooth. Transfer the ganache into a container for storage. Cover the surface with plastic wrap so it touches the ganache directly. Make sure there are no air bubbles. Place it in the refrigerator. The minimum resting time is 24 hours. If you want the best possible result, leave it for 48 hours. Next, let's prepare the strawberry glaze. In a saucepan I have glucose syrup, but you can replace it with honey. In a separate bowl mix the sugar and the fruit pectin. Honey will add a little extra flavor to the glaze and the final color will be slightly darker. Heat the water together with the glucose or honey. Once everything is dissolved and warm, add the sugar and pectin mixture. Bring it to a boil and cook for about 1 minute, just long enough for everything to dissolve and combine. Remove the glaze from the heat and add lemon or lime juice. The acidity activates the pectin and gives us a beautiful glaze. Transfer it into a bowl, let it cool at room temperature, and then place it in the refrigerator. Now let's prepare the Pistachio Financier. Take an 18 cm ring. You already know this process. Here we have pistachios, icing sugar, flour, little salt, our beurre noisette, that is fantastic, caramelized butter, and our egg whites. Prepare a baking tray lined with baking paper and place the ring on top. I don't grease the ring, there is no need, it is completely unnecessary. Add the egg whites to the pistachios, flour and icing sugar and mix until everything comes together into a smooth, homogeneous batter. Finally, add the beurre noisette and mix it into the financier. Now, take your time and this is what it looks like. Now, simply pour it into the ring. Again, the ring is not greased, it is simply sitting on baking paper. Bake until the financier is beautifully golden. After baking, this is what it looks like. Light, soft, moist, and absolutely delicious. It will be absolutely perfect for our cake. I prepared a simple guide to trim the top of the sponge. You can do it by eye or use whatever you have at hand. The goal is simply to keep everything level and get a nice straight cut. We will use the bottom part for the cake and turn the top into a fantastic pistachio crumble. You can see how most the financier is. It's absolutely beautiful. Set the bottom layer aside and now let's work on the top. Simply break it into small pieces. The size doesn't really matter. Make them smaller or larger, whatever you prefer. When you finish, transfer everything onto a tray lined with baking paper. Bake at a slightly lower temperature than the financier and for a little longer. The goal is to create a crispy texture. Once the pieces are golden brown from all sides and beautifully crunchy, then they are ready. Here you can hear the crunchiness. Add 1 spoonful of icing sugar and mix everything together. This step adds a little sweetness, but more importantly, It rounds off the edges of the pieces and creates a beautiful pistachio crumble. If you have any leftovers, enjoy them with tea, coffee, or give them to your kids. They're gonna love it. Now let's talk about the strawberries. We have beautiful fresh strawberries and the season is in full swing. Cover them with water and wash them gently. Remove the green tops and give them once more quick rinse. Now select the best looking strawberries for decoration. The number is completely up to you. Place them on a paper towel and let all the excess moisture drain away. Once you're happy with your selection, drain the remaining strawberries and dry them as well. We don't want any extra water. Water would only dilute the flavor of the strawberries, and that's exactly what we want to avoid. I'm not adding any sugar, I never do. Strawberries should be sweet on their own. Simply crush them with a fork. They will release their own juice and that juice will soak naturally into the sponge. The only thing I'm adding is vanilla. You can add vanilla to almost any sweet recipe and it will usually make it better. Add the seeds from one vanilla bean. For the decoration strawberries, cut them in half like this. And now let's prepare the glaze. You can see the consistency. Warm it gently until it becomes completely fluid. Using a brush, coat the cut side of each strawberry with a thin layer of glaze. Make sure the entire surface is covered. This helps prevent the strawberries from drying out and keeps them looking fresh and shiny. Now let's finish the cake. Take the whipped ganache out of the refrigerator, transfer it into your mixer and start whipping. Begin at a low speed and increase it gradually. This will help to create small and stable air bubbles. This is the consistency we're looking for, beautiful, smooth, glossy and light. Fill a piping bag with a plain 24mm tip. Pipe a border all around the edge of the sponge. This will create a wall that helps hold all those beautiful strawberries in the center. Now fill the middle with crushed strawberries and all their juice. As you can see, the juice slowly soaks into the sponge. Don't be afraid to use all of it. If you want, place the cake in the refrigerator for a few minutes and give the sponge some time to absorb even more flavor. Take the remaining whipped ganache and your favorite piping tip. This one is my favorite. Pipe a generous layer of vanilla cream over the strawberries. Don't overthink it. Relax and enjoy the creativity part. This is your cake. Have fun with it. I finished mine with a few extra decorations. Now let's add the strawberries. Place them on the top of the cream with the cut side facing outwards. The glaze is on the cut surface so they will stay shiny, smooth and fresh for longer. Finally, add the pistachio crumble. Not only does it look beautiful, but it also brings a wonderful crunchy texture to the cake. And that's it. We're at the end. All that's left to do is to cut yourself a nice slice and enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Enjoy strawberries and see you next time. Ciao.